y'all ready for some Friday night baseball? Let's do it. Hi. Braves and Sox coming up. This is the Bone Crusher in for the A-Bomb tonight. Bringing you the play-by-play reaction. Hey there. What's up, Kitty? Kitty wants to be on the show. So welcome aboard, Braves fans. A little interleague action for you. Donaldson will be at third. Dansby Swanson at short. Ozzie second. Freddie Freeman first. Tyler Flowers behind the plate. Don't know when McCann's coming back. Max Fried is your pitcher tonight. He comes in with a 14-4 record, a 4.03 ERA. In 136 innings pitched, he's given up 150 hits, had 41 walks to 139 Ks. That's a good strikeout ratio. Strikeout to walk ratio, right? And let's take a look, see who the Sox are bringing at us tonight. Nova is your pitcher. He has a 4.37 ERA. Hey, Ter. I got to get this cat on the show. And your home plate umpire is Knight. And we're about to have first pitch here at SunTrust Park. Garcia leading off, the right fielder for the Sox, batting .277. 7 home runs, 36 RBIs. Come here, dear. Come here, girl. This cat. All right, Max Fried is bringing the first pitch of the game, and we are underway. That is a ball inside. Friday night. It's finally here. 3-day weekend. It's baseball time. And the pitch. Did he check his swing there? He did check his swing. 1-1 is the count to Garcia and the White Sox. And the pitch from Fried, swing and a miss. Nice curve ball. 1-2 is the count. Max Fried set to deliver the 1-2. Fouled off. Welcome aboard, folks. We're just underway here. Top of the first, Braves and the White Sox. The 1-2 pitch from Fried. That's going to ring him up. The curveball, that was nasty. He dropped in there. He could not get the bat off his shoulder. That is a strikeout for Fried. 1 up, 1 down. And welcome to the dugout, Joshua Mashburn. We got the MASH unit in the dugout. One of the top 3 television shows of all time, MASH. And a new batter for the Sox is up. That's going to catch the plate upstairs, 0-1. Max Fried with the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. 94 on the gun from Max. 1-1 is the count. And let me get an audio-visual check in the dugout. Let me know if there's any problems with the audio or video tonight. Make sure your experience is A-OK. And another swing and a miss, 1-2. Tim Anderson batting for the Chicago White Sox. The 1-2. Just got a piece of that. Joshua says that was his call sign in the military. Mashburn was your call sign, or MASH, like the TV show? I mean, everything I've learned about the military is from watching MASH. Actually, I was born on a military base. And that is going to be inside. 0-1 to Jose. So there's 2 outs here in the top of the first. Count is 0-1. Max Fried delivers. That's going to be a chopper to Donaldson. Quickly away. I was looking away when we got that second out, but that will end the top of the first. The Braves will be batting next. Call sign MASH. Frank Burns eats worms. We will have the bottom of the first. Of course, Acuna will be leading off for the Braves. And tonight's play-by-play reaction is sponsored by treasurehunt.ga. We've got 2 treasurehunt.ga blasts in the description. Since we're playing Chicago, we've got a Chicago Bears hat. There's a link for that. That's for sale. And we have Atlanta Hawks logo style deck of playing cards. They're not player cards, they're playing cards for playing poker or something like that. So that's what's going on. Those are our blasts in the description. I'll be right back. Yeah, and I leave my microphone on during this because otherwise I'll forget to turn it back on. And A-Bomb has had to call me and say, dude, I'm already breaking things. It's going to be Acuna, Ozzie Albies, Freddie Freeman, Donaldson, Matt Joyce, Dansby Swanson, Rafael Ortega, and Tyler Flowers. And batting ninth will be the pitcher, Max Fried, who, I don't know, maybe they should put him in the 8th spot. I am the Bone Crusher. This is the Critical Mass episode. Not MASH, Critical Mass. We're reaching Critical Mass tonight. I've got 137 subscribers. We want to blow that up tonight. All right. I'm not sure how he pronounces that name. Nova is his last name. He is a Chicago pitcher, 9-10 on the season. And we are underway in the bottom of the first. And Acuna swinging away. That's going to be popped up. Will it stay in play? The third baseman just out of reach into the dugout. Almost had that. 0-1 is the count. Speaking of dugouts, if you're listening and watching tonight, let us know where you're at in the dugout. Where are you at tonight, Joshua? I am in the panhandle of Northwest Florida, and we are on hurricane patrol in the next few days. And waiting for a hurricane to strike is like waiting for a turtle to kill you. Blow it up, Joshua. 0-2 count to Acuna. We got 4 in the box. Welcome aboard. We're just underway here in the bottom of the first. The count is 1-2 to Acuna. Chattanooga, Tennessee. Now that is a nice town. Acuna is going to drill that to deep right field, and darn, the outfielder has it right in front of the wall. That is A long, noisy out. One away in the bottom of the second. Mondo is in the box. What's good, people? I know Mondo's stash is primo, brah. I just did a couple bat tokes, you know, ahead of time. I've been to Chattanooga twice. Nice downtown area, saw a show there. And anybody who knows me knows I do not care for fireworks shows, but I saw, what was the name of that band, Producer Beth? What did we see? Anyway, I'll think of it later, but it was actually an enjoyable fireworks show. And that's the only time I've actually enjoyed a fireworks show. Oddsy Albies at plate, 0-1 is the count. I'm just getting warmed up. I'll remember that damn band in a minute.
Also, when we took the country road, you almost ran into a horse.
That was in Knoxville. We almost ran into a horse. It was in Chattanooga?
Yeah, we were going to Chattanooga.
So we're driving down the road, and I guess I decided I purposely got lost in some swing and a miss from Ozzy, 2 and 2. You know, just kind of explore in the countryside, and we're going 25, 30 down a little country road, and this horse comes around. Nobody was riding it either. He was just galloping down the road. We're like, and I just happened to have the video camera running at the time. I was like, well, what's the chances?
Yeah, the owner was following.
Upstairs, full count. Yeah, the owner came around. He was behind him in hot pursuit of his horse. Riverbend. Yeah, Riverbend. That's where we saw it. That's the venue, I guess. Young the Giant, what's the name of the band? Ozzy goes the other way. The left fielder is going to call him off, and he's going to have that for out number 2. They'll bring up Freddie Freeman in the bottom of the first. Dish Network refugees, welcome aboard. I know that fiasco is still ongoing. You know, Dish Network folks are not getting Braves games. And some other markets are not getting baseball either. So this is like radio on steroids. Freddie Freeman takes that one 1-0. I had a job interview in Chattanooga. I did not get the job, but that's a town I would enjoy. We lived in Knoxville for almost 2 years. That was not too bad, but we didn't live in the good part of town, and there wasn't many good parts of town. There's just okay parts of town. We got robbed, yeah. The 2-0 pitch to Freddie Freeman, and he's going to foul that off the other way. Okay, that's a week-long concert. Yeah, we drove into that concert to see Young the Giant with some free tickets. And yeah, I didn't know where I was going, where to park. I was lost, and the wife's yelling at me. But we finally made it there. Oh, didn't you have like some horrible toothache, Producer Beth? What was that? She was very sick by the end of the show, though. 3-1 pitch to Freddie Freeman. Swing and a miss. Big cut. Well, we weren't there for the whole week, Joshua. Just in and out that night. The 3-2. Freddie Freeman pops out one sky high, and it'd be a home run in a phone booth, Harry Carey, but that is going to be a infield out. Infield pop-up. After 1-0-0. We'll get to the second. Next, tonight's play-by-play reaction is also sponsored by, this is my new business venture, because at my job I encode digital stuff a lot, and people will bring me like VHS tapes and say, we have to encode this. Okay. So like last week, I'm sitting there literally encoding the 1989 Girls of Spinnaker bikini contest. I'm like, what kind of job is this? So if you want your VHS tapes digitally encoded and you're flush with cash, head over to vhsbarn.ga. Turn your VHS tapes into digital gold at vhsbarn.ga. All right, the Sox are coming up to bat. Yo on. One and 0. We're underway here in the top of the second. I want to welcome Big Bass to the dugout. He says, yee yee. Oh, Mondo, yeah, I'm watching the game. If you guys are watching the game on TV, this is called second screen viewing, but my broadcast is I'm watching it over the internet, which is serious latency. So if you want to sync me with your TV, you'll probably have to pause your TV if you've got DVR, TiVo stuff for 30 seconds, maybe even a minute. Max Fried brings a 2-1, and that is fouled off. 2-2, top of the second. And actually, I think that this feed I'm getting from MLB has a little bit of buffer in it, and I'll probably, even if you do sync it, it'll probably slow down as the game goes on. So by the end of the game, it'll be like an extra minute. That's a strikeout for Max Fried. I tell you what, during some of the breaks, I'll try to resync it on my end. Mexican Forgo Lofkin in the dugout. Sup? I'll tell you about my car situation, Mexican, in a second. Okay, so I guess it was the last night of the show we saw Joshua. But yeah, literally, I always bitch and complain about fireworks, because if I go to a fireworks show, I'm usually bored out of my mind. I've seen them, you've seen one fireworks show, you've seen them all except for Riverbend in Chattanooga. All right, that is just outside. 1-0 is the count. Jimenez. Man, you'd think all this baseball, I'd be better at pronouncing these Latino names. That's fouled away. 1-1. Kicks and fires. Curveball caught the bottom of the plate. 1-2. Did he check his swing on the curveball? He did. 2-2. To Jimenez. Yeah, bring on the Spanish, Mondo. I think it's a beautiful language. I am even worse at French. In fact, I gave up on French and started over in Spanish so I could graduate. I took off like 2 quarters from French, and when I came back to it, that was a bad move. Sacre bleu! Swinging, just, that is a strikeout. Another K for Fried. Sit down, shut up. Yeah, he's got some good change-ups and sliders tonight. So, boy, he's got, his pitches are on so far for Max Fried. I think we're going to see him have a great night already. Yeah, 4 Ks, Mondo. And we're just in, yeah, that's 4 Ks and 5 batters. That's a hell of a start. James McCann, now there's a name I can pronounce, is the catcher for the Sox. He's batting now. Max Fried brings the heater down the gullet for a strike. 94 on the gun. His pitch count is up to 23. But when you get a lot of strikeouts, you're going to have a higher pitch count, unless your name is Greg Maddux. Another thing, Joshua, besides fireworks, I also hate parades. In fact, I hate any event where porta potties is the bathroom situation. But I'll tell you what, porta potties are great for one thing, and that's sneaking a quick smoke. Unless you live in California. Well, I don't know, can you do it in public, like at a concert, Mondo? Or, yeah, I mean, maybe you can't do it in public so much. Mondo's got the game on TV, finally. Did you get a subscription? And there's a grounder to Ozzy to end the second. So 0-0, or we're going to the bottom of the second. Braves coming up. Make sure you crush the like, crush the subscribe button. This is the Critical Mass edition of the show. And yeah, Critical Mass. Don't you like that phrase? I think that's a pretty badass phrase. We're reaching critical mass tonight on the Bone Crusher Show. A-Bomb's in jail. Can we bail him out? But that's like, that's not 16. Look that up. That's a much larger number. But there's like a Roman numeral chart on the internet. 46, 36. All right. We are getting back to SunTrust Interleague play tonight. So anyone who's been following the show this season knows that I guess it's been like 6 weeks now since my car went out of commission. After a month of dicking around, I finally filed a claim with my insurance company, and they totaled it out. They're sending me a small settlement. We're underway here in the bottom of the second. Josh Donaldson is batting, And I had the rental car for about 2 weeks up until today. I had to return the rental car. So I'm back to no ride. That's downstairs. 2-0 to Donaldson. But the good news is I'll probably within a week I'll have a settlement check, and I'm going to probably buy my next door neighbor's car. He's got 4 cars in his driveway. That is inside and down low to Donaldson. 3-0 count. Does he have the green light here? Fastball down the pipe. He was taking that. 3-1. But check this out, Mexican. The car is a freaking an Audi. I mean, that is like the last car I need to be buying. Because, ooh, that's a walk. Just missed the plate. So Donaldson to first with nobody out. Finally, someone on base in this game. I mean, the repairs and maintenance on a freaking Audi, a 2003 Audi with 190,000 miles. I mean, I might just go a scooter. I mean, a moped. These people in this town, after this weekend, I think they're gonna start selling all the. There's a ton of rental places on the beach here. They're going to start selling those things. I can get one for like $600 and moped around. All right. I think this is going to be Matt Joyce batting now for the Braves with the runner on first. And is that a bunt? Everyone's safe. They caught I think they must have had the shift on, and they caught the third baseman off guard there. And they caught me off guard. Yeah, he at the last second shows bunt and lays down a beautiful bunt because the third baseman was playing about halfway over to second base, so he had no chance of getting over there. No chance. So Matt Joyce, known for the heavy lumber, lays down a beautiful bunt. 2 on, nobody out for the Braves. Man, when is Brian McCann coming back? We need Brian McCann back. We got 12 in the box. Welcome aboard. Anthony is in the dugout. Hashtag chop on. Get ready to chop, guys. Dansby Swanson. Good to see him back in the Braves lineup. Takes that one outside, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. That's going to be hit hard and through the middle. They're going to wave around Donaldson. Throw to the plate is cut off by the pitcher. 1-0 Braves. Ding dong, Dansby. Joyce over to second. So that one was in the strike zone, around knee high, and he just kept his head down and was on top of that. Good base running Donaldson, and we are up. That's how it's done, son. Yes, sir. That's 1. Anthony wants to make some noise in the dugout. Max is, Max is pitching good. Welcome to the dugout. Irving Nicholas. Is Max pitching well? Yeah, he's got 4 strikeouts, no hits so far. He's pitched 2 innings. Max has got great control tonight. His curveball is just dropping and locking. They either swing way over it or they get locked up. But right now, 2 on base for the Braves, nobody out. The 0-1 pitch fouled off. 0-2. Brian McCann, Riley, and Ciarte, and Marquez still on the DL or IL. MF Stomp is in the house. Welcome aboard, MF Stomp. Chop on, chop on. This is a great situation. Do some chopping. We've got 1 run already here in the bottom of the second. Nobody out. 2 on, 0-2 pitch. And there is a drive. Deep right field to the wall, and he's got it. That was a noisy, noisy out. Joyce upset. He did not get to advance. Joyce is very upset with himself. He's still at second and should be at third. So I don't know how Joyce got. Well, yeah, he should have been tagging up there. That was hit all the way to the wall. What, Joyce? Oh. And Joyce had a great bunt. All right, 1 away, 2 on. Is this Flowers batting now, I think? That was, last batter was Ortega, by the way. Yeah, Joycey. Radio on steroids. Welcome aboard to Braves and White Sox, guys. Friday night baseball. The 1-0 pitch to Flowers. And he gets a hold of one. That is drilled in the deep left field. You can put that one on the board. Yes. Flowers goes yard. 3-run homer. There it is, son. There it is. Everyone's been upset with Tyler Flowers. He's been struggling, but he just came through with the bomb. And I believe there's just 1 out right now, Robert Finch. Then the Braves have unloaded 4 runs in the bottom of the second. That was about 3 or 4 rows back into left center field. 1 away, bottom of the second, and Max Fried will be batting. He's going to take a fastball. 93 on the gun from Nova. Gibby, Sergeant Gibby in the dugout. Welcome aboard. Sergeant Gibby was probably one of, if not the absolute first regular on our broadcasts. 1 and 2, that's fouled off from Max Fried. And Max hits the, he got some good contact there, but fouled that 1-2 pitch off. Now the Chicago White Sox come in 60 and 73 on the season. The Braves are 81 and 54. And through this, and Max Fried is going to ground that one. The shortstop has it and cannot get him. Fried hustles down the line and beats out an infield single for the pitcher. Still just 1 out in the bottom of the second. Whew. Kelly B in the dugout. Welcome, Kelly B. Did I give Robert Finch a shout out yet? I don't remember. Shout out Robert Finch. Oh, and dinner time for the cats. Yeah, this cat gave birth in our backyard. Well, in our next door neighbor's backyard, but now they've moved into our backyard. So we got to get those humanized and adopted. Otherwise, they're going to be TNR, trap and release cats. All right, 0-1 count to Ronald Acuna Jr. The pitch. And Acuna goes the other way, slices that into right field, but a diving catch by the outfielder for out number 2. Garcia with a excellent defensive play for the Sox. Acuna hit it hard, though, Gibby. I tell you what, he made great contact there, went the other way. You know, sometimes, obviously in baseball, it's, you know, you can hit the daylights out of it, as Skip Carey would say. Ozzie Albies at the plate. Fouled off 0-1 to Ozzie. Irving wants to know where everybody is from. Well, Irving, I am from, well, originally I'm from a town called Warner Robins, Georgia. But right now I am in Panama City Beach. Kelly's in Mississippi. Shout out to Mississippi. Producer Beth is counting 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. The 1-1 pitch to Ozzie Albies. Nova kicks and fires, and Ozzie digs that ball out pulls it foul. 1-2 is the count. 2 outs, a runner on first for the Braves. Scores 4-0 Atlanta. Bottom of the second. We've got all 4 runs in the second. Welcome to the dugout from Hamilton, New Jersey. The president of the New Jersey Flat Earth Society, Organic Flat Earth Prepper, the legend. He plays by his own rules. Out there on the ether, on the fringe of society. I bet the president of the New Jersey Society of Flat Earth people probably makes 6 figures. And Ozzie is going to pull that one foul. 2-2. Get Plugged In magazine from Jacksonville, Florida. Oh, dude, yeah, the hurricane. That's harsh, bro. It's like waiting for a turtle to murder you. So good luck out there. We rode out that hurricane about 10 months ago here. Ozzie's going to golf that one in the center, and it's going to fall in for a duck snort base hit. So, first and second with 2 outs. Freddie Freeman, heavy lumber. Sergeant Gibby says, is it going to be a Cat 4? Oh, man, I have it. The 3, yeah, I haven't looked at it today or tomorrow. I'm like, I'm on the panhandle. By the time it gets here, I'm not worried about it.
Well, that was the reaction of a lot of people before.
Yeah. Producer Beth straightened me out. Yeah, we got out of Dodge last year right in time. We did not sit through that Cat 5 last year. I left. I was ill prepared to do anything but leave. Gibby's 45 minutes away from Atlanta. He's in the up north of Atlanta. I think that's Cartersville, and we got a guy in Chattanooga. The Mash is from Chattanooga. All right, 0-0 count. Freddie Freeman steps in. 2 outs, 2 on. Freeman checks his swing. They're going to, the third base ump is going to ring him up. 0-1. Or at least call a strike. That's not a ring up, but you know what I mean. Cat 4, man. Jeez. I mean, this town got destroyed. Panama City got destroyed. Panama City Beach didn't get quite as bad. The 0-1 to Freeman. High and tight. 1-1. But 2.5 miles down the road, the marina got destroyed. I mean, that came within the edge of my backyard, which was completely destroyed. Apparently fences cost a lot. All right, the 1-1, way upstairs, 2-1 to Freeman. So there's 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the second. We've already put 4 on the board this half inning. And the major league leader in RBIs, Freddie Freeman, waiting on the 2-1 pitch. He has 107 ribbies. Nova kicks and fires, and Freddie's going to get into that one, but it's going to be caught for out number 3. Gibby referring to the Barrier Islands in Georgia. Good, good. Organic Flat Earth Pepper says he washes windows for a living. I'm not sure if I believe that. But no, I'm not calling you a liar. I guess I had this image in my head of robes and pipes and things. Anthony at Royal Farms Arena. Shogun. Talking some boxing, MMA. Wow. Isn't gas taxed in the summer in California? I thought gas was taxed all year long. All right, I'm just reading up on some comments in the dugout. I think my short-term memory issues caused me to kind of lose sight of the conversation there. Kelly B's friend Kaz is an MMA fighter. Man, that MMA stuff, I remember when that first came on the scene back in the 90s. It was a totally different thing. And all the jiu-jitsu guys were winning at first. But, man, it was so fierce, so bloody, so violent. They had to change the rules. It was like a battle royale. You know, you'd have 4 or 5 fights, I guess, if you're the champion. Gibby thinks Max is going to go 8 innings tonight, maybe. All right, we're coming back. I didn't even go to break. Gas prices. Irving's paying $2.02 a gallon. Man, I just paid $2.50 a gallon today. All right. So the Sox are going to come up to bat. See if Max Fried didn't get too much rest there. You know, that's the one thing I don't like when I'm playing, whatever sport it is taking a long break. When I'm warmed up, like if I'm playing somebody in tennis, like the wife or something, and we take a 5-minute break, it is hard to get going again. So golf, it's all about rhythm for me. But so far, Max Fried has been very sharp tonight. So, Irving, you're a MMA fighter as well? $3.75 a gallon. Holy cow. All right, we are underway here in the top of the third with a strike for Max Fried. Sanchez is batting. The 0-1 pitch. Just outside, I guess. That looked pretty good to me. But just off the plate. The robo-ump shows that the umpire was correct. That was just outside, 1-1. And that's fouled off, 1-2. Kelly B with a Kroger card. Hell yeah, man. We don't have a Kroger down here.
Yeah, Miss Kroger.
Yeah. But Kroger owned a chain of gas stations down here. So when I got here, I was like, why are they selling Kroger brand bottled water? There isn't a Kroger for hundreds of miles. The 1-2 pitch and a miss. Another strikeout. That is number 5 for Max Fried. One away at the top of the third. All right. Irvin is a fighter. That's pretty cool. You know, that kid Tension that fought Floyd Mayweather. He's had a few MMA fights. But he's a kickboxer. But I've been watching him for a couple years before he before he fought Mayweather. He did not. Producer Beth asked, did he beat Mayweather? No, he did not. Tension did not beat Mayweather in that exhibition boxing match. But you know, those things actually, and maybe Irving can comment on that. That is not a fair fight. That is ridiculous to have a kickboxer restrained to just boxing and expect him to be competitive against Mayweather. You know, I don't like those fights.
If he's kickboxing and then he suddenly got kicked, then it's a disadvantage.
Definitely, producer, about the disadvantage. You're right. 2-2 count. 1 out for the Sox in the top of the third. Braves up 4-0. Yeah, the Sox are kind of terrible. Their record is 60-73 coming into tonight's game. Wow. Irving said that he was fighting pro till the beginning of 2018, broke his hand, and did x-ray and found a spot on his brain. And the Sox are going to hit that deep left field, but we've got that at the wall. That might be Ortega. What's that, producer Beth? Our Irving Nichols in our dugout is an MMA fighter, Beth, and he broke his hand in 2018 and had some x-rays, but I guess they did some other x-rays and found a spot on his brain, and he has since then not fought. He's trying to get cleared, I understand, to make a comeback. Swing and a miss. 0-1 to the Sox. 2 outs here. Top of the third. Braves up 4-0. Well, I'm glad they found that. I mean, I'm sorry to hear that, Irving. I know that's got to be frustrating. You know, you're trying to live out your dreams and your goals, and to get sidelined like that. Gibby says, "Come to Georgia." Yeah, move to Georgia, Anthony. Curveball downstairs, 1-2. So that long bottom of the second does not appear to have affected Max Fried. He looks pretty sharp. And there's another strikeout from Max Fried. Sit down. 6 Ks. All right, bottom of the third coming up next. Be right back with more play-by-play.
Hi, fans. I'm
Reaction.
Gary Kinsey. And say, Gene Garber, how do you spell relief?
I spell it B-A-N-N-E-R, and I say that because Fresca WSB Braves Banner Night is coming up between games of the July 19th Braves-Phillies doubleheader. And that sounds like a lot of fun.
It's brought to you by Sugar-Free Fresca and by WSB Radio, and winners will receive cash prizes with $1,000 going to the best.
Oh, yeah, get some of that nasty
Enjoy the
Fresca.
fun on Banner Night. Braves baseball, a family affair. Hey, let's see what you have there.
Hi, fans. I'm Gary Kinsey. And say, Gene Garber, how do you spell relief?
I spell it B-A-N-N-E-R, and I say that because Fresca WSB Braves Banner Night is coming up between games of the July 19th Braves-Phillies doubleheader. And that sounds like a lot of fun.
It's brought to you by Sugar-Free Fresca and by WSB Radio, and winners will receive
Sugar-Free
cash prizes with
Fresca.
$1,000 going to the best overall banner.
So join the fun on Banner Night. Braves baseball, a family affair. Hey, let's see what you have there.
Oh, that looks terrible, kids.
Hi, fans. I'm Gary Kinsey.
All right, enough from Gene Garber. And I've enjoyed playing some of those retro Braves commercials this season. And I've already been working on the graphic package for Falcons football, Atlanta Falcons football. I'll be doing a few of those games. We'll probably do a couple dual games with A-Bomb, and I know he'll be bringing you a lot of games. And we'll have we're going to have him in the stands at the Charlotte games. So we'll have some live look-ins. And so yeah, I'm probably going to get stuck buying my neighbor's 2003 Audi, however it's pronounced. A car that it's probably going to have way too much maintenance. But I got no wheels. What else can I get for $1,100? And we're slowly coming back to SunTrust. I guess I should let Gene Garber go on again. That sugar-free Fresca. Okay, we're about to get back underway here. That's right, Mondo. K number 6. That's downstairs. 2-0. And Anthony, I forgot where you said you lived. Yeah, it sounds horrible. You hate it. California, $2,700 apartment. Huh. Okay, I get it. Yeah. We're having a housing crisis in lots of California. All right, we're going to have a batter on. I wasn't sure if that was a walk or they hit him. What happened there? But we got a runner on first. Matt Joyce coming up to bat now. He laid down that pretty sweet surprise bunt earlier in the game. It got him on board, but he did have a base running mistake, but that was erased with the homer from Tyler Flowers. And there is a ball to Matt Joyce. Yeah, expensive to fix. Exactly, Irving. I mean, jeez. It's really not the car I need right now. But gotta have some wheels. Line drive gets through. Joyce with another single. Runners first and second for the Braves. Nobody out. Bottom of the third. Yeah, get this pitcher out of here. Nova is getting rocked. Welcome to the dugout, Alabama man. Is that a reference to the South Park parody commercial? Alabama man, thought I told you to shut up. Dansby Swanson steps in. 2 on, nobody out. Bottom of the third, Braves up 4-0. Downstairs, 1-0. I can't get far away enough from a Walmart. Gibby calling for the sweep. All right, 1-0 pitch to Dansby. Just outside, 2-0. $800,000 house with 1,300 square feet. All right, there's a walk. That hits Dansby. Right in the back. Ouch. Just, you know. Dansby's okay. He got hit, but he is on first now. Bases are loaded. Nobody out. The Sox getting rocked. They're finding out firsthand what these Braves are all about. Well, I apologize, Alabama man. That's just what I thought about that funny South Park bit. I lived in Dothan, Alabama. In 1999. That's a pop out to the shortstop for Ortega. So 1 away, base is still loaded. How do you guys sleep at night? Man, the housing market, on the West Coast, California, boy, a place like San Fran, that is just a nightmare. If you're a renter, they're gonna get you. You're gonna get squeezed right on out of there. Right, Tyler Flowers went yard earlier in the game, the 3-run homer. He is batting now. The bases loaded. 1 out. Takes that pitch inside. Good eye. 2-0 count to Tyler Flowers. The 3rd most expensive city. I can believe that. San Jose. And Flowers swings and comes up empty, 2-1. Oh, shit. I lost my feed. So the bases are loaded. Sorry for the delay here. We're back. 2-1 pitch to Tyler Flowers. He fouls that off his foot. 2-2. I'm having some technical issues from MLB. Great time for MLB to buffer. We're experiencing a technical difficulty. Please stand by. All right, we're going to have to reload that. So we'll pick up where we left off with the bases loaded, and we'll be right back. And there, it finally crashed. How do you like that? All right, we're bringing this back up now. Sorry for the interruption. We'll have this back on in just a second. Whatever happened, the Braves were out. So it's still 4-0. Thank God I didn't miss a grand slam. Okay. So the Sox will be coming up to bat here in just a moment. Ta-da! That's my champagne broadcast on a malt liquor budget, y'all. Walking Legend in the dugout. Welcome, Walking Legend. All right. Legend calling for the no-hitter. I'll take that. Max Fried is having a great game tonight. Could be special. special. All right. Max Fried looks ready to go here. All right, 9 up, 9 down so far from Max Fried. Top of the fourth is underway. Downstairs for a ball. All right. Yeah, a lot of Mondo Braves fan because of TBS. Man, a lot of Braves fans all over the country because of TBS. All right, Sox are batting here, and that's going to be fouled off. And the pitch. And just like Gibby forecasted in the dugout, that is strikeout number 7 for Max Fried. He is on a tear. Just a devastating slider. Swung over the top of it. A lot of movement. 7 Ks already. Outstanding. Apparently, Gibby says this is very un-Max Fried-like to get so many strikeouts so fast. But, you know, that's just, he's out, he means business tonight. Tim Anderson batting. That is going to be a hit over towards first base. Freeman slides, gets it, throws it to Max Fried covering for the out. What's going on back here, cats? So 2 away in the top of the fourth. Max Fried delivers a 95 mile an hour strike on the inside the plate. 0-1 to Abreu. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt. Yeah, what's happening, Anthony, is if anyone's watching it on regular TV, they're going to be ahead of me. I'm watching it over an internet connection, plus the YouTube latency. And that's grounded to Dansby, who throws out the runner for out number 3. All right, the bottom of the fourth, and the Braves are coming up next. Tonight's play-by-play reaction, sponsored by treasurehunt.ga. We got 2 blasts in the description. Blast number 1 is a Chicago Bears hat. I don't know if we have any Chicago fans in the stands tonight here in the dugout, but we've got a Chicago Bears hat for you. Just $9. There's a description, a link in the description. And blast number 2 is an Atlanta Hawks logo style deck of playing cards. These aren't player cards, they're playing cards, like playing poker or stuff like that. And these are unopened. They're from 1998 season, I think. So they're very vintage, hard to find stuff. That's going on in the description box with our treasure hunt.ga blast. Gets up on her hind legs and using my hand for some pets. All right, there. All right, Max Fried is going to be batting now. And give me an audio visual check. Let me know if we start getting any weird audio problems tonight. Usually I'm good for one audio issue a game at least. Max Fried hits it hard, but it's a dribbler to second base. He had a good cut at it, but one away. Acuna. Anthony, I wouldn't mind getting on like a softball team one year. Even if it's like a beer league or something. All right, there is a ground out for out number 2. Cunha is retired. Y'all's a discussion of the dugout. My bucket list is to hit a regulation size home run. Do that. That's going to be popped up behind home plate, and the catcher into the net cannot get it. So the count's 0-1 to Ozzy. Oh, that just went off his glove. There was a regular position player who could have made that catch for the Sox, potentially. And, those catcher mitts are not the best for fielding. So once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going out to celebrate and trying to hit a home run. Inside pitch to Ozzy. Counts 1-1. Starts as a beer league, then it gets addictive. Yeah, I guess, I've seen those guys. I've known some of those very, they take it very seriously. I mean, you keep score for a reason. It should be competitive. I like competition. And that is going to be hit into right field, and the right fielder slides and comes up empty. It gets past him, rolls to the outfield wall, and Ozzy thinks about going to third, but throws anchor and stays put at second with a double. Run on second with 2 outs for the Braves. Dang, Anthony has played against some big name bats doing some softball games. That's pretty cool. He says he's played against Rusty Bumgarner and Jose Canseco. Ha! Canseco. Rusty played for Team USA and a few well-known former AAA players. I don't know how, Canseco, there's a name. And there's a drive into right field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Ozzy around third, and he's going to score standing. Freeman slides into second, but he's gunned down for out number 3. But he gets... They're challenging that at second. Hey, Dare. This cat. What are you doing, Dare? The cat's like, I need some attention. Come here. Let's see the replay here. Is Freddie safe or is he out? Safe. They're gonna overturn that. Either way, it's 108 RBIs on the season for Freddie Freeman. Leads the majors. This is under review. Damn, Irvin got. They paid him gas money and food money to play softball. That's pretty sweet. I mean, I'd like to get paid food and gas money to do this. All right, and they're going to correct that call, and that will be Freeman's 10th double of the season. Alabama man says, go Braves. They pulled Irving out of the stands, and he made his way all the way to semi-professional softball. It's a great story there. And welcome to the dugout. William Northcutt says, let's go Sox. All right, William entering hostile territory. Welcome to the dugout, brah. Alabama man wants to know, how is Max Fried doing tonight? He has been devastating tonight. He's got 7 Ks. He is shutting down the Sox. He's got great control, and he even beat out, had an infield hit that he beat out. Josh Donaldson at bat now with a runner on second. See if we get a little more 2-out lightning. 5-0 Atlanta. Count is 2-1 to Josh Donaldson, who has been very MVP-esque lately. The 2-1 pitch off Donaldson's foot. Ouch. He fouled that one off his ankle there. Come here, Dare. This cat is flirting with me. Come here, Dare. There you go. Watch the game, Cat. Full count to Donaldson now. Let's see if they bring it. Donaldson salivating for the 3-2 pitch. Nova still in the game for the Sox. And that is going to be hit to the shortstop, who throws out Donaldson for out number 3 to end the 4th inning. But the Braves pick up another one, an RBI double from Freddie Freeman to make it 5-0. The Sox are coming up. This is what I'm dealing with here, people. Yeah, thanks. We all want to see your butt. Appreciate it. The cat. All right, we're going to break. Tonight's show is also sponsored by the VHS DigiBarn. Turn your VHS analog tapes into digital gold at vhsbarn.ga. And we're back. Max Fried starts off the top of the 5th with a strike. 0-1. Max Fried rocks and fires a curveball that drops in for a strike. The batter swings over the top of that. 0-2. That curveball has been unhittable tonight. Here comes the 0-2 from Fried. Fastball upstairs. Austin Riley, I understand. Alabama man wants to know how Austin Riley's doing. He's been, I understand, doing well in his rehab assignments. And he could probably come back now, I guess. I don't know what their plans are to bring him back right away, or but he is still technically on the injured list with that bad knee. Yeah, the Sox do need to beg Fried for mercy. Swing and a miss. Fastball right down the pipe for his 8th strikeout. 1 away in the top of the 5th. That was pitch number 55. Yeah, Gibby, it was frustrating with Riley there. He started so well, and then they figured out that he couldn't hit the slider. and he is trying to adjust. And he was starting to hit well again, starting to hit better at least, when he hurt himself in the weight room. One 0 pitch. It's in there for a strike. Another devastating curveball. You know, Irving, you know, you mentioned you being an MMA fighter. I always wanted to try some. Of course, a huge Bruce Lee fan. And that is a dribbler pulled, and Donaldson is going to put it in his pocket. So runner on first off that infield single. And that is that the first hit of the day for the Sox? That's, you know, I don't know why Donaldson didn't have a throw at it. Well, I guess it had a little top spin, and that got him off balance, and he just probably did the smart thing and put it in his pocket. And, you know, he is well aware of the situation and wanted to, you know, get that out for Max Fried. But the Sox have a runner on first with one out. In the top of the fifth, the Braves are up 5-0. William saying we all seen the game where the Rockies beat the Braves this week. Oh yeah, that was that YouTube game, right? That was on YouTube in the afternoon. MMA is great just for the aspects of training. Yeah, it's and there's another nice curveball, but that's just a little high, I guess. 1-0, and you know what? Or 2-0, and I will say this, that Bruce Lee is probably the father of MMA, because he broke away from traditional martial arts and said, you have got to change, you've got to adapt. So some of these old martial arts systems are going to fail against the modern fighter. You know, Bruce Lee trained in Wing Chun, which a traditional Wing Chun was developed for women. And you know, and a lot of martial artists, I guess purists, will put down Wing Chun, say that's not gonna, you know, there's so many other martial arts that will beat that. That's not the best martial art. But let's say for the average person on the street, whether it's a woman or just a guy like me who wants to be able to defend himself when some drunk ass in the bar starts some shit, you know, and there's a walk. So the Sox got 2 on. Max Fried in a little trouble with 1 out. So whatever it is, if it's boxing or Wing Chun or something, Wang Chung tonight, you know, unless you're going into it to be a competitive fighter like Irving. Kelly B says Bruce wrote lots of poetry. I did not know that. I have not read any of his poetry. He had a lot of good writings that have become great memes. Yeah, Alabama man, we are savoring football. We are waiting for it, chomping at the bit. All right, Max Fried gets a strike there. Count is 0-1. 1 out. 2 runners on for the Sox. Top of the fifth. We could use a double play. That's a swing and a miss. 0-2 is the count. Now, I did, I guess for a few weeks, did some, I watched this guy called Master Wong. I think that's his name on YouTube, and Master Wong. So I kind of, you know, I'd watch some of his videos and I would practice that, and that's the closest thing to training I've had. But you know, you could tell there was some good stuff there, and it's all about muscle memory. If you're gonna, you know, need to protect yourself in a bar fight, you need to have a little bit of muscle memory, whatever training you're doing. 1-2 count. 1 out. 2 on. Max Fried takes a sign. Checks the runner second. Steps off. And he makes that runner go back to second. Max Fried's head is still in the game. Defensively, his head's been in the game. Offensively, he beat out he had a single that he beat out, an infield hit for. That doesn't make any sense. 1-2 pitch to Sanchez. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Max Fried, number 9. There you go. Bruce Lee was also an accomplished, was it cha-cha dancing? He was a champion cha-cha dancer. And another thing about Bruce Lee was fencing. His brother, I believe, was an expert fencer, so Bruce picked up and did some training with fencing, which really is an art form of the counter strike. And there is going to be a base hit into right field. That's quickly thrown down to home plate, but not in time. I thought we were going to have a play at the plate, but that is a run across for the Sox. Irvin, you want to scratch off 100K when you were 22? Man, that was probably too much money for a 22-year-old. Did that? Oh, and he went to jail. Oh, yeah, that'd probably be a good book. I mean, dang, I got to be honest. If that happened to me at that age, I probably would have made some really bad decisions. Cocaine. The guy says he won a lottery ticket for $100,000 at the age of 22. What was I doing at 22? Man, I would have made some trouble. Yeah. I invested in some in a Cessna so I could fly into Colombia on my Cessna. All right, 2 outs. Runners on the corners for the Sox. Hard to Hurt on YouTube, similar to Master Wong, but more likely and usable for everyday use. Okay. Thanks for the tip. I'll show my moves later on. Like in that Jet Li movie with Jackie Chan. He's like, they were talking about the white kid. He has no kung fu. I've got no kung fu. Coke is never a good time, says Kelly B. Unless you've got benzos. Ha! Ha! Well, at least you invested some of it, Irving. The 1-1 pitch from Max Fried. And that is tagged, but Donaldson stabs it and throws him out. Gets him out of the jam. So we get out of the 5th. We get at the top of the 5th, only giving up 1. Max Fried gets touched a little bit there. But the Braves have a 5-1 lead. And we are going to go to break and not go do a line of Coke. Hey, make sure you like and subscribe. I'll get a subscription check here in a minute. And if you're new, make sure you also subscribe to A-Bomb. You can get to his channel by clicking the information button on the top right of your screen. He is the other Atlanta Braves play-by-play reaction host. Yeah, Irving, you shouldn't have invested in that strip club. It's the art of fighting without fighting. Don't fear the man who has practiced 10,000 different kicks. Fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. I'm just going to practice my one move over and over again. Well, good. It's good to have Irving, actually, because String Cheese, that guy String Cheese in Goose's channel, he says he's a black belt in Taekwondo, and he if he could find me, he'd beat me up because I made that joke about Goose, who does a reaction show. And I only know Taibo. Good one, producer Beth. Taibo is a workout video series from the 90s, I think. I know Taibo. I'm not a bad grappler, because I used to have to wrestle my much bigger brother. Matt Sweet Swingin' Joyce steps into the box. All right, well, I got my posse, and Goose can have his posse. We'll have a YouTube throwdown battle royale in the octagon. Me versus String Cheese. All right, Joyce is set to receive the pitch. We're underway. That's a strike. 0-1. Bottom of the fifth is underway. The Braves up 5-1. Joyce 2 for 2. 2 singles, including that bunt he had. The surprise bunt earlier in the game from Joyce. Counts 0-2 now. New pitcher, Jace Fry for the Sox. He comes in with a 2-4 record, a 5.24 ERA. You know, if you're the Sox, you figure a 5-1 game is not, I mean, that's, and for American League players, that is close. And Joyce could not check a swing there. That's an out. One away in the bottom of the fifth. All right. A-Bomb, the moderator extraordinaire and the host of the finest play-by-play reaction show on the internet. A-Bomb is in the dugout. Everybody Wang Chung tonight. You know, maybe A-Bomb's been listening to the conversation because that is on point. A-Bomb just got back from his first meeting at the Flat Earth Society in Gwinnett County. Flat Earth Prepper hooked him up and got him in touch with a local organization now. There's a shallow pop-up by Dansby, 2 away in the bottom of the fifth. Thank you, A-Bomb, for the audio-visual check. I'm excited. I've got a new Falcons board just about ready for football season. Maybe here, I'll let y'all see a quick peek at the Falcons board. You can see a little bit of it there. It's all covered up, but all right, we'll go back because this is a Braves game. Curveball upstairs, 1-0 to Ortega. The 1-0 pitch is in there. Another curveball by Fry. And A-Bomb, you've missed quite the stories tonight from Irving. Yes, everyone's going to have fun tonight, Kelly B. She knows her Wang Chung. Thank you, Anthony. Two of the best. Simply the best. Tina Turner, simply the best on the power station. All right. Count is 2-2 to Ortega. 2 outs, nobody on for the Braves. He's in a swing and miss at the junk. Out number 3. And that's going to end the 5th. Max Fried is going to come out and pitch the 6th. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, after the next half inning, we're going to talk about that autopsy result that came out today. And Irving says, here's a tip of the day. If you get in a street fight, wrestling is a cheat code. If you can wrestle or grapple for 1 minute, 95% of normal people will be completely gassed. That's a good point. Yeah, wrestling, and we learned this watching MMA, is that some wrestlers, especially the jiu-jitsu guys, they want to go to the ground fast. They don't want to get into a punching and kicking match. And if you get somebody in, an arm lock or whatever, get them in a submission hold, that's it, lights out. Good tip there. Yeah, A-Bomb went to the Flat Earth meeting. He's very close. He's very close to joining. He's almost there. And the top of the 6th is about to start. Max Fried takes a sign from Tyler Flowers. Kicks a strike in there. And the top of the 6th is underway. Garcia batting for the Sox. He's struck out twice tonight. 276 average, 7 home runs on the season, 36 RBIs. Oop, that one got away from Fried. 1-1 is the count. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. If you're just joining us, Max Fried has 9 strikeouts already in this game. Run and has been mowing them down. 2 pitch to Garcia. That's going to be a foul. Still 1-2. We got 16 in the box. Glad to have you aboard. Make sure you like and subscribe. Share. Ring the bell. And wake the dog. I'm trying to refresh my page. Let's see. And then Garcia looking. Looky. Here come a cookie. That's going to be K number 10. Get out the phone book because Max Street is ringing them up.
Max fried.
Fried. I'm going to get fried. And we've got a new sub check. I want to thank our new subscribers. And every time I get a new subscriber, you'll see that number tick up in the box. And that's going to be hit to Freeman, who flips it over to Freed. Freed's been doing a great job defensively, covering over at first, really on top of it. And I missed some 41 subscribers. Thank you very much. On board. And make sure you subscribe to A-Bomb's channel as well. Braves, Hawks, Falcons coverage. You want to subscribe to both our channels. And there is a strike. 0-1. And Anthony says, and funny that you bring this up, Anthony, what's everyone's biggest conspiracy theory if you have one? Mine is 9/11, because I've already made the poll for tomorrow as our poll question. What is your favorite conspiracy theory? And I list options to pick from. I don't remember off the top of my head if I put 9/11. I don't know if I did. And I know a guy that makes these YouTube videos propagating that it's a conspiracy theory that our own government caused 9/11, and I just can't. I cannot go there. I don't believe that for a second. 1 and 2. But nothing against him that wants to explore that. The 1-2 pitch is fielded for a single. So the Sox got one on with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. All right, let me check on the audio. I do have this off the charger, but I was refreshing a page, and I think that might have caused, well, that thing needs to be on the charger. There is it. One. I correct. Come on, y'all. All right, are we back? I don't know. Audio check. Okay. Test. All right, then we are back. That was an ordeal. There's always something around there. And there is a drive from Tyler Flowers. That splits the gap, and Flowers with a double. He's already had a 3-run homer tonight. And let's get an AV check. I'm not even in the dugout anymore. I got kicked out of the dugout. Let me head back there. Champagne broadcast on a malt liquor budget. So nobody out for the Braves. Runner on second. Bottom of the 6th. Broadcast on a malt liquor budget. And there, I am back in the dugout. So it's going to be Max Fried batting now. He's 1 for 2 on the night. He takes that for a strike. Max Fried had an infield single. Some serious hustle got him on base earlier. Fax. Do I sound like a fax machine? I'm just reading some of these posts there. You're getting the conspiracy theories. All right, thank you, A-Bomb, for the audio check. Sorry for the interruption there. 2-1 count to Max Fried. Nobody out. Runner on second for the Braves. Scores 5-1. And it is the bottom of the 6th. Max Fried steps in for the 2-2 pitch. And Max Fried means business when he's at the plate. And he's going to ground that one. The pitcher covers it and gets it on the foul line, throws over to first for the out. But the runner advances to third. So an effective at-bat for Max Fried. He gets some high fives for moving the runner up. And there's going to be a mound meeting. And we've got 9 likes so far. So make sure you thumbs up the live stream and hit the subscribe button. And while there's a mound meeting, looks like we're going to have the Jitterbug call to the bullpen. Jitterbug Wireless. It's a cell phone company for old people. So go while we're in break, go check out the blast we have in the description field. We'll be right back. Hi, 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 hi. All right. It's going to be Acuna leading off here. Big swing and a miss. 0-1 to Ronald Acuna Jr. Bottom of the sixth, one out. And the Sox have a new pitcher. And Acuna is going to ground out. 2 away. Flowers stays on third there. Dinosaurs never existed, huh? Flat Earth, organic Flat Earth Prepper keeps bringing it. He's bringing the content. He's bringing the controversy. Yeah, what is for dinner tonight, everybody? I'm gonna cook some salmon after this. There's a fastball, 98 miles an hour, right down the pipe. 0-1 to Ozzy. Anthony went out for some good Chinese food. I always get the miso sari soup. Ozzy waiting on the 0-1 pitch. High and tight. 1-1 is the count to Ozzy. The 1-1. All right, what about the origins of man then? Organic Flat Earth Prepper? Or is this science, the generally believed science? Is that correct? Neanderthals, Homo sapiens, Homo erectus. And they've even discovered a couple other ancestors. Or that's upstairs. A little chin music to Ozzy. 2-2. 2 outs. Tyler Flowers sitting on third, wanting to come home. Braves are up 5-1. Pitcher taking a long time here. All right, he's set. The 2-2. And Ozzy gets a bat onto that one, but it's going to be a ground out. Oh, he beats it out. Tyler Flowers scores. Wow. Infield base hit for Ozzy Osbourne and an RBI. It just took the infielder, and he double pumped his arm. He had a circle around with the ball, double pumped his arm. The second baseman just, I don't know what happened. He couldn't gather himself for the throw and did a stutter step. So, and good hustle from Ozzy equals a base hit. Or they may have charged Chicago an error for that. Freddie Freeman steps in. He had RBI 108 earlier in the game, which leads Major League Baseball. Throw back over to first, not in time. And our scoreboard will update in just a moment. There we go, 6-1 Atlanta. 97 on the gun, but a ball. 1-0 to Freddie Freeman. The Braves are 9-3 in their last 12 games. 15 home runs, a 2.67 ERA. That's the key right there. That's thrown over to first again. Ozzie back again. They don't want to pitch to Freeman, but they've got no choice. You're not going to catch Ozzie on first. Let's see if Freeman can light him up here. The shift is on, and that pitch is just outside. 2-0 to Freddie Freeman. Dangerous. Kelly B is praying for all your godless souls. Thank you, Kelly B. Science. Praise be science. That was another South Park episode where in the future science was the religion. Imagine that. I love science, and I love what we're finding out about human DNA, what it's telling us about our ancestors, about how the human population migrated out of Africa. Well, Irving, as an athlete, maybe I'd like to get your take on supplements like creatine and those testosterone boosters. Anyone who's listened to me knows I am a big fan of creatine, anti-aging. It's really good for your body. Who should be taking creatine? Everybody should be taking creatine. You should be going down to the nursing home and pumping those old people full of creatine. Two pitch to Freeman. Inside, but he pulls that one, and an infielder gets that on the edge of the grass for out number 3. That will end the 6th, but the Braves keep on keeping on at 6-1. Atlanta. Oh yeah, and who? I forgot the name. Who's the name of the pitcher on that autopsy? Yeah, he had alcohol, oxycodone, and fentanyl in his system. Yeah. Oh, and before I had that crash, I had some queued up to play. Here, give me a second. I'm going to pull this up real quick. Dun, 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 dun. Remember that? What was that Chris Farley movie where he's like, drinking, smoking, snorting, I want to party with you. Obviously, dude let it get away from him. So here is a brief public service announcement. This is a real thing. This is the Drug Users Bible. I'm going to play this for you guys. I'm going to try to.
The 10 Commandments of Safer Drug Use. Research, and research your drug of choice. Know all relevant information, including onset time, duration, likely effects, combination data, and possible contraindications.
Testing. All right, we're back. I'll quit dicking around. And the Sox are on base. Runner on first for the Sox here, top of the 7th. Nobody out. Anthony says any pill or supplement is harmful. Irving says all creatine does is make your muscles hold water. Well, the literature is out on creatine and its anti-aging properties, its ability to keep your mitochondrial DNA younger and healthier longer. It also has great benefits for your epidermis. And it certainly helps you with strenuous exercise. I mean, there's a lot of bang for the buck in creatine, which is really cheap. It's an amino acid. It's natural in meat. I mean, I would barely even call it a supplement. It's just, I mean, it's a natural made thing when you eat meat. Yeah, and it does make your body hold a little bit of water retention.
If that's what it does, then it's not good for people who have heart problems. Heart and liver problems.
That is fouled into the stands, right field stands. Joyce almost hurts himself trying to get that one as he crashes into the wall. 1 and 2 on that noisy strike. Anthony getting ready for that big trip to Lake Tahoe. 77 and comfortable in the Metro ATL. Thanks for the update on the weather, A-Bomb. Are we back to silence? No, I think we're here. All right. Well, I believe Irvin knows what he's talking about. He's pretty much an expert. I mean, I only take the creatine if I'm going to do some type of strenuous activity. Do they hit him? I think that's a hit batter. So runners on first and second for the Sox with nobody out. Ah, just nicked his foot. Come on. Right. You can't just take it. Now, you can just take it. Like if you're an old person or you want some of the anti-aging properties, you can, but that's a waste. Yeah, creatine really should be done when you're doing strenuous activity. When you're working out, a real workout. And that one gets past Freeman and into right. The runner comes around third, and the throw is up the line and late. So the Sox get an RBI there. It's 6-2 Atlanta. Max Fried in a little bit of trouble here. Nobody out in the top of the 7th. Runners on first and second, and Snitker, the human peanut, comes out of this dugout, and I think that is probably going to be it for Max Fried. The Jitterbug Wireless call to the bullpen. Fried with a big game, a lot of Ks, 11 strikeouts on the night for Max Fried. The crowd is going to give him an ovation. Gibby says Luke Jackson is coming in. Well, thanks for your feedback on the creatine, Irving. What about the testosterone boosters. I mean, we see that commercial. I see the commercial for Frank Thomas and that Eugenics all the time. That's a testosterone booster. And I have bought some over the market, and I liked what they did. Whether I'm in the gym or in the bedroom. She'll like it as well. Frank Thomas. Irving says diet is key. Oh, yeah. If anybody wants to lose weight and they're going to the gym, that's only a fraction of it. I'd say the best way to lose weight is going to be diet and exercise. If you just diet, that's not good either. What often happens is people say someone who's a little overweight, they lose, say, 20 pounds or something without exercising, and then they put the weight back on. Well, as that cycle continues over the years, they're going to have reduced muscle mass. They're going to, because when they lose weight, they're not just losing fat, they're losing muscle. Then they put on weight, they put on fat, so they're going to have a lot of fat content. And if you're just exercising, and you have a bad diet, you probably have a lot of calories, and you're not going to. I mean, there's some pretty in shape fat guys, With that in mind, they work out a lot, they play ball, but they're in shape fat guys. That's what I call them. All right, Luke Jackson is here to save the day. Keep the Sox at bay here. Counts 0-1. No sodas. I cannot, Anthony, I cannot have a life without soda pop. So I've really cut it back. I don't have to have it every day anymore. But I do drink it on the reg. And I think colas are supposed to be bad if you have history of prostate cancer. I don't know. Like Clark Howard, the national radio host, drinks a lot of soda, and he had prostate cancer. I don't know if it's related. Anthony says, I work out with an in-shape fat guy, and he's a boss at his job. The in-shape fat guy. If you're playing some pickup basketball, you need to look out for the in-shape fat guy. He is going to surprise you on the court. When you have to cover the fat guy, you're like, oh, this is going to be a piece of cake. Fatty over here, come on. Then Fatty blows by it. Fatty gets the rebound. Fatty for two. And of course, baseball has a lot of fat pitchers. I don't know how in shape they are. And of course, the NFL, you think about all the linemen, how fat they are, but how in shape they are, or a sumo wrestler even. Thumbs up for your boy. A-Bomb says thumbs up. Listen to your moderator. Our runners got to advance there on that pass ball. So second and third. And there's a strikeout from Luke Jackson. I think that's what happened anyway. I was too busy running my mouth. Anthony says, though, he gets weighed twice a week before getting in the chopper. Was he a chopper EMT or something? Gibby's all baseball, man. Another run better not cross over that plate. No. We don't want to see the Braves bullpen of earlier in the season. And the Sox being a American League team, 4 runs to them ain't squat. They feel like they're one swing away at any time. No, this game is not over. Stay where you are. The pitch from Jackson, there is a strike. 0-2. Smoke jumper for Cal Fire. Shout out. Okay. O2. Just downstairs. Nice curveball. 1-2. I'm afraid to read Gibby's post because he's always ahead of me in the game, and I'm afraid, he's forecasting some doom and gloom. The 1-2 pitch coming up from Luke Jackson with 1 out. Runners second and third for the Sox. And there is a shot. Deep left field and gone. Ortega climbs the wall, but Ed is out of here. 3-run homer for the Sox, and it's a 1-run game. Well, crap. That scoreboard will update in a second. Not that I wanted to. All right, we still have a 1-run lead here. For now. Well, I'll give that damn scoreboard a second to update. A smoke jumper is an idiot who jumps out of a perfectly well-running aircraft into fires. So your guy is a smoke jumper. Your fat, in shape guy. Huh. Well, that sounds like a hell of an adrenaline rush. Freaking adrenaline junkie. Ah, thank you, A-Bomb. Smoke jumpers are specifically trained wildland firefighters who provide an initial attack response on wildland fires by parachuting into remote and rugged terrain. Yeah, I would say if you ask 9 out of 10 people on the street, they're not going to be familiar with that phrase, smoke jumper. And there's a strikeout from Jackson, 2 away. Man, how does someone get into smoke jumping? How do you sign up for that?
You train.
Yeah, but you train your ass off, Producer Beth.
So, you want to be, you
I have a question. Do you have to pass a P test to be I bet you do.
Yeah. You can't be groggy and trying to jump.
I mean, it's not like being a Delta pilot where you're usually pretty drunk. And there's a shot into deep right field, and that is just foul. Home run distance. But a noisy strike. 0-1 to Anderson. And a Braves fan from Chattanooga gets the souvenir. I'm a Sawyer, and he's my puller. Nice jargon. We got 12 in the box, 14 likes. Thank you very much. Let's crush up those likes. I'm going to get some more likes. And we are sitting tight with 141 subscribers. That's in the dirt. 1 and 2, Anderson. Swing and a miss. That is a strikeout for Jackson. Flowers has to throw him out at first. No problemo. Finally get out of that inning. All right, so going to the bottom of the 7th. The game is now a 1-run game. Atlanta 6, the White Sox 5. Tonight's play-by-play reaction is also sponsored by the VHS DigiBarn. Take your old analog VHS tapes and turn them into internet gold. You know, a lot of these VHS tapes are approaching 20, 25 years of age. And as a guy who works with analog tapes to this day, professionally, I can tell you these things are deteriorating. If you have a 25-year-old VHS tape, it is already at significant degradation of video quality. You are losing it fast. It is not going to keep lasting. This can be gone forever. You need to get that digitized, and to do that, just go over to www. Listen, you don't have to say www anymore. Everybody knows it's www. Dot vhsbarn.ga. And I think I've got a link to that in the description. And you know, A-Bomb was kind of questioning, says, you know, when people have already done that, if you're going to get some, the people that wanted to get their VHS tapes digitized, they probably would have already done it by now. I think that is actually not the case. I think a fraction of the people that have VHS tapes I'd like to have maybe a digital copy of have actually gone through that and done it. I've done it for my sister. I have a cousin who wants me to do it. My stepbrother, or my brother-in-law has some tapes he wants me to encode. So if you got a pocket load of cash that you need to part with, I'm charging an exorbitant fee. And we're back in a break. They went back to the stadium, then they left. I don't know what's going on. So we'll keep it right here. Anthony says he initially went into college for basketball and took Wildland Fire Tech 1 and 2 classes, was a hand line crew, and trained for smoke jumping. Yes, now they P-test, but they didn't when you started. Oh, interesting. Anthony went to college for basketball. I mean, the collegiate athlete. We got Irvin, he's a professional athlete. You got some studs in the box. Now, I did play intramural college basketball with A-Bomb. There's a little factoid for you. We got to play at a very nice stadium. It held 4,000 people. It was an NCAA stadium, place where Division II basketball occurred. So it was a really nice facility. But I picked the wrong sports to play. All right, it's a 3-0 count to Josh Donaldson. And that's a strike, 3-1. Well, we're not going to sit here and reminisce on my failed athletic career. The 3-1 swing and a miss from Donaldson. Full count. 5 in the 7th, nobody out, nobody on. The Rainmaker looking for some insurance. The 3-2 downstairs. Donaldson to first on the walk. All right, we got one aboard here. Anthony, the treasure hunt site is my wife's site. That's her eBay store. If you go there, I would say click on sports fans because that's where the sports swag is. But she also has original art and lots of vintage or hard to find unique stuff. So if you need to get something for a girlfriend or a mom or something like that, you can get that too. But there is a strike to Joyce, who's 2 for 3 on the night. So 0-1 count to Joyce. Donaldson on first. But we just got some Super Bowl mugs in. I think those have just been listed tonight. So if you're a Pittsburgh Steeler fan or a Green Bay Packer fan, these mugs are just up over at treasurehunt.ga when you click on sports fans. And I know she's put those breathalyzer tests up there, but they're not under sports fans, so you'd have to dig around for the keychain breathalyzer. And maybe you won't get a DUI and go to jail. Like somebody in the box. And A-Bomb's reporting he has made some new lighting changes to his studio, his home studio. You know, that's great. You know, one week he's getting a new microphone. Next week he's working on lighting. You know, just incremental steps like that, you know, on his studio. That's good stuff. Well, thanks in advance for checking out that page. There is a strike to Joyce. Full count. Nobody out. Runner on first. Full count pitch way downstairs. So another walk. 2 walks to start off the bottom of the 7th for the Braves. We have them on first and second with nobody out. And that reminds me, Anthony, we do have a couple treasure hunt blasts in the description of this video. We've got a Chicago Bears hat for $9. I believe that is a gently used Chicago Bears hat, but it's in very nice shape. And we also have our number 2 blast is some Atlanta Hawks logo style deck of playing cards. These aren't player cards. These are playing cards. It's like playing poker, but these are vintage from the 90s. So some Hawks paraphernalia there and some Chicago Bears swag. Look for those links in our description field or just head over to treasurehunt.ga. There's been a mound meeting, but we're about to get back to action here. Dansby Swanson steps up to the plate. And the chop is out at SunTrust. Kelly B, the 8mm from the 60s. What am I going to do with that? I don't. If it's got an RCA jack, I can help you out. But you'd have to send me the film and the player, and I don't think 8mm cameras have an auxiliary jack. You got to take the tape and get something to play it with. I don't even know. You got me on that one, Kelly. And Dansby Swanson is going to fly out to center, and Donaldson has to go back to second. Dansby lets the expletives fly as he's frustrated there. So 1 away, 2 on for the Braves. Bottom of the 7th. We're up by 1 at 6-5 Atlanta. Gibby asking Ortega for the hit. Redskins. Anthony, I don't think we have any Redskins There's a Pittsburgh steel shirt for women, like a jersey kind of thing. And we also have some Alabama stuff. And we got Alabama Man here. Maybe Alabama Man wants to get an Alabama shirt for his Alabama girl. Oh, yeah, Tyler Skaggs. They bomb with some more on Tyler Skaggs. Fentanyl, oxycodone, along with alcohol. You know, that's downstairs. 1-1 to Ortega. I mean, I'm no one to judge or tell people how to live their life. But according to the Drug User's Bible, you need to separate that action a little bit. And really, and I'm kind of glad you brought that up, A-Bomb, with the oxycodone and the fentanyl, something I haven't talked about in a long time. I'm going to talk about kratom in just a second here. 1-0 pitch to Ortega. That's a strike. 1-2 is the count now to Ortega with 1 out and 2 on. Ooh, choked on his own vomit. Jimi Hendrix style, under the influence. Oof. That's pulled foul. And that's why, it's a very good idea to have a sitter or have somebody with you if you're going to make some bad decisions. If somebody was there, Skaggs might have survived. But yeah, you can't mix all that stuff together. 1-2 pitch. Let's pop straight up. The second baseman will get under that for out number 2. So 2 away. Runners on first and second for the Braves. Trying to get some insurance here. And we're having a little bit of buffering from MLB, so if you're synced up with us, we're probably going to be unsynced here. Everyone has a skeleton in their closet. Good point, Anthony. All right, Tyler Flowers will be batting now with 2 outs. He had a 3-run homer tonight. He's got 2 runs. Also a double. Big night for Tyler Flowers. He's going to take that strike. 0-1. But kratom is a plant out of Southeast Asia. Kratom. Kratom. It is a natural pain reliever. If you know somebody who is hooked on opioids, swing and a miss. 0-2 to Tyler Flowers. Kratom is often used by recovering heroin addicts or people who want pain management that's non-narcotic. It is legal in most states, except for a couple. The 0-2 pitch downstairs. 1-2 to Tyler Flowers. The 1-2 is down low. A lot of times Tyler Flowers will swing at just about anything, but tonight he seems to be very patient at the plate. Kelly has a projector as well. Kelly, I don't know how to digitize a projector. I mean, does that projector, does it have it doesn't have a output. I mean, you have to watch it on the projector. You can't take that player, that projector as well, and hook it up to an RCA jack or something. I think you'll have to find a very specialized company to do that for you. Maybe there's some sort of add-on you can buy for it to do that. Kelly says the bases are now loaded. Well, let me see. There's the 2-2 full count. So I think we know what's about to happen after this. Yeah, I'm watching on the internet, I guess over at Reddit, and so I'm way behind the live game. The full count pitch. Ball 4, as Kelly predicted. And if you are watching on TV, if you have a TiVo or DVR, do like A-Bomb and sync us up. Pitching change for the Sox. Kelly B says her friend swears by Kratom. And I'm gonna swear by it too. I take it for chronic pain, and I mean, it's like 70% of the pain is gone when I take it, and I can sleep at night. It's what it is. It's a plant from Southeast Asia, and they just grind up the plant material into a powder, and most people will either buy it in a pill or in the powder form. I usually get the powder form because it's cheaper. You put, I'll take maybe a teaspoon of it. Is Luke Jackson really hitting? Oh boy. So yeah, it's great for pain. And again, if you know somebody who is addicted to opioids, like Skaggs, this is a great alternative. This will get you off. This will help you break that cycle of addiction. Because what it does, if you're say oxycodone addict, and you decide, well, I'm going to stop taking oxycodone. Kelly wants to know, how do you get oxys and fentanyl patches? Well, I guess you can't get them in Mississippi. All those fentanyl stuff comes in from China. I mean, that is hitting the black market big time from China. But say you're an oxy addict. You had a bad back, your doctor prescribed it, or you're like Irving, and you're a professional fighter who broke your hand, or you got a lot of injuries jumping out of helicopters into fires, and you got chronic pain, and then all of a sudden you find yourself taking prescription pain pills to fight that. Well, as time goes on, obviously you're addicted, and if you get off of that, if you quit taking it all of a sudden, obviously you're going to have major withdrawals. That's and speaking of Mississippi, the University of Mississippi did research on Kratom, and they found that it is superior to methadone when it comes to combating withdrawal symptoms. Kratom, unlike opioids, does not cause respiratory depression. You're not going to overdose. You're not going to die. You cannot overdose or die from Kratom. If you take too much, you're just going to get a sick stomach. All right. Bases are loaded for Hechavarria. 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. 1-run lead. And Hechavarria comes up empty with that swing. 0-1. And I'm going to have to not scroll down too far in the chats so I don't have any spoilers here. 0-1 pitch, Hechavarria. That is through for a base hit. 1 run will score. And it's safe at third on the throw. So 8-5 now. Braves. 2 runs actually score there. Hechavarria with a hetch of a hit. It is now 8-5 Atlanta, and I can safely look in the dugout again. Yeah, he hits better than nothing, Gibby. That's right. The score right now is 8-5, Atlanta. It is 8-5, Atlanta. But you know, Kelly, on the 8mm stuff, any kind of analog tape, as I mentioned, as the years go on, you know, you don't have to do it tomorrow. I don't want to freak you out, but you know, put that on your list and get around to it, and you know, keep it stored in a good place. I don't know if it's in some canisters or something like that, a dry, cool place. I work in a building that hit by hurricane last year, and it went for 2 or 3 days without any air conditioning, and we've got 25-year-old Betacam tapes that took a hard hit. All right, Acuna batting now. Counts 1-2 to Ronald Acuna Jr. Runners on the corner. Corners. Marshall is the pitcher for the Sox. Yeah, Anthony, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get a better way to watch the game so I'm not so far behind as everybody else. But for Braves baseball, I don't have any options. And I used to get them on the TV here, but now I'm stuck watching like Marlins or Tampa Bay. And there's a broken bat from Acuna, and he's going to be thrown out at first to end the 7th inning. It is 8-5. Bravos. Watch Hamilton's pharmacopoeia on Vice, the Kratom episode. Yeah, Acuna in a little bit of a funk. Bullpen, don't blow it. Yeah, Mondo. Get that slump now and get hot again for the postseason. All right, well, let's take a break, and we're going to go... Are we going to the 8th already? Sox are batting next. Acuna is going to be in right field now. Hamilton comes in to play center. And Shane Green will be the new pitcher for the Braves. 2.15 ERA in 52 games. All right, top of the 8th, getting ready to roll. Braves with a 3-run lead. That's a ball to start off the top of the 8th. And Green has to play a little defense on the throw back to first from Flowers. Or the throw back to the pitcher's mound from Flowers. A-Bomb's asking for the latest on Hurricane Dorian. I haven't even looked in a couple of days, but it's going to hit the East Coast. I think the latest prediction is right around the Georgia-Florida border, out towards Jacksonville, I guess. But that's changing by the minute, really. Going to be a Cat 3 or a Cat 4 when it hits over there. And I think one of our dugout members is potentially in the path of that. Here on the Panhandle, I am not too worried. I don't know, maybe I should be. I don't know. I'll start looking at it, when it's a day away. The 2-1 pitch from Green's in there for a strike. Nobody out, nobody on. Top of the 8th. Kelly B says, because of the DEA crackdown, my 120 perks got cut back to 90, and they took away my Soma as well. Okay. And there's a drive to deep right field. Acuna is there, one away. Okay, I got to ask what you're taking those for. I mean, I guess I don't need to know about your medical history, but I mean, I presume it's for the pain relief. So you might be a candidate for Kratom. This brought to you by the Kratom Council of America. In fact, they have, it's called the AKA, the American Kratom Association. They fought the DEA like 2, 3, 4 years ago. We took the Freedom Bus to DC and we beat the DEA and kept Kratom legal. And there's a grounder. Ozzy's got it. No problem. 2 away. So this was a case where science prevailed. And even on the state levels, the AKAs had to go state by state as the states tried to put bans on it. And they show up and they convince the states not to do it, and you think that's impossible, but they come in there armed with science and information and doctors, and they shut it down. I mean, there's only a couple of 2, 3, 4 states where it's not legal. 0-1 count. Green is your pitcher for the Braves, top of the 8th. Sox are batting here, down by 3. Atlanta has had the lead the whole game. And that's going to be a grounder again to Ozzy, out number 3 in the top of the 8th. Yeah, Anthony Acuna is going to get hot again at some point, for sure. Defensive skills still at a high level, definitely. Kelly says, we'll still listen to you even though you're behind. I am. But for our Dish Network refugees, or if you don't have the game, you won't even notice that I'm behind, because this is, to them, just radio on steroids. T-Man is in the dugout. Welcome aboard, T-Man, who gave up the 3-run homer. Luke Jackson gave up the 3-run homer just recently to the Sox. Well, I can't argue with giving Ozzy a Gold Glove. I don't know if he will, but I haven't looked at the stats. Like, there's some weird stats defensive players have. You never hear them talk about it very often. Mondo says, I know this is ignorant of me, but are you guys used to dealing with that type of weather? Oh, the hurricane stuff? Man, I've only been on the Panhandle 2 years now. I've only had to deal with 2 hurricanes. No, I'm not used to it. I don't, board up my windows. I don't do anything. I don't stock my pantries. If there's someone coming down and I need to evacuate, I just go to my brother's house a couple hours away. I am ill prepared for any kind of severe weather. Though I rode out the first hurricane a couple years ago and it missed us, but it got really close. And I went to work. Part of my job was me coming in during a hurricane to serve the community. But last hurricane, I was basically unemployed. No, I had just started a new job. That's right. And we didn't go to work for like 2 weeks because of the hurricane, and they still paid us, so that was good. All right, we got 13 in the box, 15 likes. Thank you very much. Let me get a subscriber count. I haven't done that in a minute. And we are up to 142 subscribers. Thank you very much. Bam! And speaking of Ozzy, the count is 1-0 to Ozzy. And he is going to get something behind that one. That's deep, deep, deep. The outfielder is retreating. It's off the wall. Ozzy to second, and he throws anchor. Leading off the bottom of the 8th with a double, Ozzy Albies. Nobody out. The Braves have a runner in scoring position again. Earthquakes, Anthony. Yeah. I'd love to move out of California. I am worried about the earthquakes. And A-Bomb is a frequent vacationer here on the Emerald Coast. I'll let y'all know what hotel he's going to be in, and you can come crash at his place. Producer Beth won't let all y'all crash here. We do get some extreme weather, but I'm just glad I don't live in a place that gets a foot of snow. I could not handle. I lived in Knoxville, and we had probably 2-3 inches a year, and that was plenty enough for me. Freddie Freeman is going to be batting now. 0-1 to Freddie Freeman. 0-2 to Freddie Freeman. Yeah, these hurricanes are kind of annoying when they're living this close to the coast. But I tell you, after the hurricane, I guess maybe it was a couple hurricanes ago that kind of missed us a little bit. It was people up in Georgia really that had the biggest trouble because of all the trees falling down from the wind. And all right, I got a little more buffering from MLB.TV. All right, count is 1-2 to Freddie Freeman. Champagne broadcast on a malt liquor budget. I think I'm gonna be lucky to finish this game before this whole thing falls apart. And Freeman gets that into left field for a base hit. Ozzie rounds third, and he scores standing up. Freeman's going to keep going. Where will he land? Well, I'll probably find out in a minute. Thank you, MLB.TV. Anthony likes the snow. I don't know about that. Freeman with a triple. There we go. We're back. So I'm going to be even more unsynced with y'all. Man, this bites. All right, 9-5 Atlanta. I don't know what I can do. I'll just try to ride this out to the end. I don't know. You know, I think MLB is going to crash on me again here. Yeah, get the blunts on standby. All right. And there's nothing I can do about MLB's TV problems here. So I'm going to go to break while we straighten this out one last time. The Braves are up 9-5. So I'm going to go to break while we straighten this out one last time. The Braves are up 9-5. So I'm going to go to break. That was while we straighten this out one last time. To get to third. But I have a feeling that happened minutes ago. The Braves are up 9-5. So I'm going to go to break. That was while we straighten this out one last time. To get to third. But I have a feeling that happened minutes ago. The Braves are up 9-5. I'm going to go to break. That was while we straighten this out one last time. To get to third. But I have a feeling that happened minutes ago. The Braves are up 9-5. I'm
I'm going to go to break.
That was an error on
this out one last time
to get to third.
But I have a feeling that happened in minutes. The Braves are up 9-5. I'm going to go to break.
That was an error on
this out one last time
to get to third.
But I have a feeling that happened in minutes. The Braves are up 9-5.
We are having technical difficulties. Please stand by. Yeah.
A Braves slip throwing.
I think this is a situation where Josh took it for granted that Freddie would be breaking to home. Maybe there would be a play at home. Josh was going to
try to draw the
go to second and draw the throw. Well, he drew the throw. Only thing is, Freddie didn't take off for
I think
home plate.
Abreu might slip here after he throws.
Yeah.
Wow, what a great effort by Abreu to throw that ball home quickly. What baseball IQ there, not to give up on the play. And he might have clicked heels or clicked the back heel of Donaldson at second base.
The more important question is, how do you score that?
See, if you're Freddie right here, you see him leaving his feet, you're breaking for home plate right away. There's no way he's going to be able to get back to his feet and get anything on the throw whatsoever.
So the Braves steal a run here in the 8th inning.
9-3, 6-3.
No RBI, of course, for Charlie Culberson. And Dansby Swanson, the hitter, 1 for 3 with an RBI. 2 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th for the Braves. Now 261 runs in the 7th inning or later. Something else you guys, I'm sure, would appreciate. Playoff baseball. Quality elite bullpens. Braves have worn them out. Good ones, bad ones all year long. This team is not afraid to go toe-to-toe with terrific setup guys and closers.
Will you show me a team that can get it done offensively in the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning the way present bullpens are constructed? You know, because you're not facing guys, you know, once or twice a game. You might not even see them once or twice a series. The fact of the matter
Hey. Am I back or am I back?
Going to the plate prepared and
okay. Dansby Swanson batting now. Dansby is 1 for 3 on the night. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Counts 2-0 to Dansby. Swings and misses at the heater, 95 on the gun.
I mean, think about it. We're playing in our 136th game. The Braves have scored 261 runs in the 7th inning or later. That's 2 runs a game on average. That'll win you a lot of games.
And the 2-1 pitch.
And
downstairs, low and away. 3-1.
Braves have 3 outs to get with a 5-run lead.
Hitters count for Dansby.
That's over the Braves dugout, out of play.
That's going to be
Look out.
skied foul.
Using the Lancet in the ninth.
If he's been warmed up, yeah, why not?
Yeah. You worry about tomorrow.
Yeah, if he hadn't been throwing, then I think you got the opportunity to bring. But my guess is he was warming up after Green went out. So at that point, why not?
It's a very important game. Let's get this first win. You know, if the Braves lose this game,
Let's see what Dansby can do
the pressure
here.
of them to win the
3-2
next two
pitch.
becomes greater. Now you loosen the collar with this first one.
Swanson hungry dinners.
A line drive
Lines
to
out.
Anderson will retire
Hit it
the
hard.
side. Looks like Anthony
Right out to
Swarzak is the man
shortstop
that was
route
getting
number
ready.
3. We're going to
As
the
Atlanta
ninth. It
steals
is
a
10
run
to
in
5.
the 8th and leads it
Braves.
10-5.
Be right back.
It's the Friday Night Showdown. Braves versus White Sox. Presented by Kaiser Permanente. Thrive.
All right, the Braves have a chance to end it here. Coming in at the top of the ninth. Up 10-5. This should be all but done. And I'm finally back in the dugout here. Stay safe, Mondo. Look out for those earthquakes.
Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you
Stover
by
in the
your
dugout.
local
Welcome
Toyota dealer.
aboard.
Toyota, let's go places. And by SunTrust. Confidence starts here.
Well, the White Sox made it interesting after Atlanta jumped out to a big lead.
Top
It
of
was
the ninth coming up in
6-5
just a minute.
Braves, but Atlanta scored the last 4 runs unanswered.
Still in a break. All right, we're
and
coming
needs
back now
3
to
outs to win
SunTrust.
on Friday night. The MLB ballpark
beautiful
app
night in
completes
the
your next visit to
ATL.
SunTrust Park. Buy and manage game tickets, redeem special check-in offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB ballpark app today. Jeff Rancourt, Chipper Jones, Chip Carey with you. Anthony Swarzak pitching in his 50th game will try to nail this one down and earn the Braves their
And Swarzak will be
win of the year.
Now, when
the
you get 10 more
pitcher?
outs and you got to text Glab, let him know you're 1-0 and bleacher games.
He knew it was going to happen.
Me and Chip get back to 500.
That's it.
Glab still got a big goose egg.
So McCann will lead off for Chicago. He scored a run after being hit by a pitch in the 7th inning.
We are underway. The top of the ninth. High fastball. 1-0
Tonight we might have had to rethink this whole sit down in
to
the chop house.
James
Or maybe we
McCann.
could have
No
gone to the top
relation
of the chop.
to Brian McCann.
I would just change it up.
I would
So
definitely.
Brian
feel
McCann
safer
does have a
up there.
brother
That
who
would work
played
too.
minor league baseball. There's
Anthony
a
could
strike
use
down the pipe.
clean
1-1.
inning. He has not had one of those since August the 7th.
I look at him kind of in the same light as Luke. You know, kind of falls in love with the slider every once in a while, and you know he's got a good fastball. Don't get me wrong, his slider is his best pitch, but he's got a good fastball.
2-1 count to
Just gotta show it to
McCann.
him. You gotta
James McCann for the
gotta-
Sox, that is.
put some other ideas in these hitters' minds from time to time to keep them off of your best pitch.
Well, it does, and I think you're hopefully seeing their arms come back. Well, listen, they were used for those 2 months a lot. You know, they were called upon almost every
The
night.
2-1 pitch.
Line to
That's
Ozzie,
going to be
who went
lined
2-8.
right at
That's a good
Ozzie.
start for Anthony.
He stabs it for out number 1.
Man. Out.
So the Braves are 2 outs away from winning the series opener here with the Chicago White Sox at SunTrust.
Thrive. Beautiful night, big crowd. Atlanta leads at 10-5.
Now I am scheduled to do the play-by-play reaction show tomorrow night. So I did fill in for A-Bomb tonight, so I will let him go if he chooses for tomorrow's game.
Number 33.
But as long as you're subscribed to both our channels, it shouldn't even matter to you. So just make sure you like and subscribe, and you can get to A-Bomb's channel by hitting the information button in the top right of your screen.
You know, these guys were getting worked night after night after night.
Sanchez takes the ball 1-0.
Now all of a sudden you bring three new guys in that you can rely on. You don't have to use Anthony every night or Luke Jackson every night or even one of the 3 guys that were brought in, Sean Newcomb. You know, these guys were being asked to get
downstairs 2-0.
12 outs every single night.
Thank everybody for hanging out with us to the ending of this game.
And I think they'll be more effective because they're not asked to do it every single night.
Well, and you hope Dallas Keuchel has a great game for the Braves tomorrow night.
The 2-0 pitch from Swarzak. Oh, come on. That was a strike. We're going to call that a ball. Fastball hit the inside corner. Swarzak frustrated.
Yeah, and listen, the starters, they don't have to go 7 every night. I get it. There's going to be
times we talk about robo-umps a lot here, and one thing like you said, that we would kind of miss. I mean, there's probably a lot of things we'll miss, and there's a strike down the pipe, 3-1. If we went to a robo-ump, is frame jobs.
I would imagine for a manager, it's the hardest part is managing
catchers who can pull off a good frame job.
I can't imagine anything worse.
Frame jobs would not be a thing anymore with the robo-ump.
Down 3, you think, hey,
full count, that's fouled off.
But it's tough to bring in some of your guys in those situations. And that's why you like the acquisitions we got, because it gives you that opportunity to throw guys that have pitched in big innings before to keep you in games.
High leverage situations.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't noticed any problems tonight with the home plate umpire Knight. He seems to be doing an okay job. I mean, he missed that one, but it was pretty close. And the 3-2 pitch is called a ball. So that's a walk.
Here's the scheduled hitter.
Runner on first, 1 out.
Single that came back
top of the 9th for Swarzak. Swarzak says he's good. That says I'm good. Man, that's got to be a lot of pressure to be on that mound.
Engels hit safely now in 6 of his last
Jennifer's
7
got a
games.
rant coming up in the dugout. Something controversial, perhaps.
And Anthony misses low.
Gibby's calling for the double play. Let's get a double play right here and end this puppy.
And you want to get these guys right here. The last
but not before Jennifer can say something controversial.
Get some of those big guys in the rearview mirror.
The dugout has been a lot of controversy.
Runner at first goes.
Flat earthers,
9/11
conspiracy theorists.
And Sanchez,
not to mention copious amounts of drugs and sex talk. Actually, there isn't a lot of sex talk in the dugout. Though, free testosterone boosters will help in the dugout. Or get some of that Kroger boner medicine. That's fouled. That's going to stay in play. Acuna's got that for out number 2. The runner goes back to second. So 1 out away.
So with 1 out to get in the 9th inning, let's check out T-Mobile's connection to the game. Big weekend series. Keep you up to date all weekend long on what else is happening in the East. The Cubs beat the Brewers. Cubs trying to catch the Cardinals. Mets and Phillies. Mets had lost 6 straight after the Braves.
I think when I changed my feed for the stream, I actually got more close to the live game.
Last report, it was a 1-run Washington game. So Swarzak, 1 more man to get.
Miami's took the lead now, 6-5 in the 9th.
All right, go Marlins.
The fish.
And
Ryan
tonight, 11
Goins
that long run of
comes in with a 266 average and 2 home runs on the year. Pinch hitter.
How good is the pickup of
And
Castellanos?
Swarzak delivers a 93-mile-an-hour strike.
And there's a little article written. I don't know if you saw it yesterday.
0-1
on his critics.
All about the defensive metrics and all that, everything.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting.
It's funny how that works. You know, good players playing on bad teams. Well, when they get to go to a good team again, everybody remembers how good they are.
Well, and you look at a guy like Echeverria, all of a
1-1.
Not that the Mets were a bad team, but he wasn't really playing anymore up there, and he just kind of stuck there. And he
trying to read Jennifer's stuff in the dugout while this game's going on. That's out. Let me get back to reading that between pitches.
Go to the postseason, be on a postseason roster. You saw what happened tonight.
1-1 pitch coming up from Swarzak here. 2 outs in the top of the ninth. The Braves up by 5, looking to shut the door. Big swing and a miss. 1-2. Jennifer's mom is pissed at her because she needs an instrument for band. She carried the price down to $3 a month and have basically cornered into a paradox of bad. You have to do a band performance with your ex. Harsh, Jennifer. The 1-2 pitch from Swarzak to Goins. And Goins rips that into right field for a base hit. Acuna on it quickly. The runner at third will hold up. So runners on the corners now for the Sox with 2 outs in the top of the ninth.
Strike from Acuna. And now indeed we do have to face the top of the order and Lurie Garcia with 2 on and 2 out.
Melanson's warming up, so this. I'd imagine at this point this is going to be Swarzak's last hitter. One way, you're either ending the game or the closer's coming in a closing situation.
And this is the last thing you want to have happen. You don't want Melanson getting hot, you know. And
then you say you might as well just.
Right.
But this game is not easy.
Yeah, producer Beth.
You know,
and it's not over yet.
These guys, pro baseball players, just like the Braves are, and they got to take.
The Braves are 1 strike away.
Wait until the.
Or 1 out away.
Wait until the last out.
From winning this. 0-1. We're 2 strikes away.
Second on defensive indifference. The Braves let him go. As Lurie Garcia takes a strike.
Yeah, I don't know if Garcia's really.
Producer Beth is calling for the game to be over right here, right now. This next pitch from Swarzak. The 0-1 is going to be grounded in for a base hit.
That's going to score 1 for sure. Goins comes home. And the White Sox plate 2 in the ninth.
2 runs are going to score for the Sox.
Last strike and their last out. And Brian
and
Snitker is indeed going to have to go get Melanson into the game.
Going to make the jitterbug call to the bullpen.
So again, as good as Anthony has been this year for the Braves, he has not had many clean innings, and he didn't have a good time in the ninth inning. A walk, 2 singles, and 2 runs. And the White Sox again within striking distance in the ninth.
Hold the phones. It ain't quite over yet. All right, let's take the jitterbug call to the bullpen break right here. We'll be right back as we try to pin this game down. And it's sponsored by treasurehunt.ga. Check out our treasure hunt blast in the description.
Well, we got a big homestand here in Atlanta. 9 games, 8 left after tonight. Join us for Los Bravos Day, Friday, September 6th. A week from tonight. It's presented by Georgia Power. Your ticket package includes a game ticket and the exclusive Dia de los Bravos bobblehead. Braves are wearing their Los Bravos uniforms. And big crowds are expected as the Washington Nationals will be the opponents. Hope you'll join us. Go to Braves.com.
Melanson
is on.
However you pronounce this guy's name.
Final out for Atlanta. 56th game for Mark.
In
to
to get one very important out.
And yes, this is.
So let me reset this for you. It's a 10-7 lead for the Braves.
You got to get this guy right here. You got to find a way to get Anderson and finish this game, because the last thing you want is Abreu coming up.
Cubs or the Sox have one on, 2 outs.
And Melanson delivers a quick strike.
There is a strike. Garcia goes ahead and steals second. Whatever. Tim Anderson is your batter. He is 0 for 4 on the night.
2 are out. Played at a pair of Chicago runs.
Batting 326 on the season, though. He swings a good bat.
Anderson, a dangerous guy. We told you, 42 hits this month.
And the 0-1, chopped foul. The Braves now 1 strike away.
And again, this big crowd wants to see it end right here, right now.
The crowd is on their feet in SunTrust. They are calling for it. They want this game. They want it right here and right now. And this is a pressure cooker. Your butt feels like an about to explode bratwurst.
Melanson has his sign, the 0-2 pitch.
Here comes the 0-2.
And the ball's
in the dirt.
And
runner advances to third.
90 more feet.
Count is 1-2.
Wish we had good news in Washington. Anthony Rendon has just walked off Miami with a 2-run hit. Braves have to win this one to stay 5.5 up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Abreu lurking.
All right, 1-2 pitch coming up.
Runner at third
2 outs. Runner on third.
2 outs.
Top of the ninth.
Fly ball.
That's
right
going to be
Acuna near
a
the stands.
deep
Takes
foul
a peek
ball.
by.
Out of play.
Have a play.
Rendon doing his part to add to his MVP candidacy.
And his free agency.
And Acuna playing with the fan a little bit there. Fan's got his eye on the ball with his camera. And Acuna says, no, point the camera at me.
His picture taken?
Get my picture. I'm the star.
Either that or he told the guy, stop taking pictures, get your hands up and make a play.
No, I don't have any problem with the players interacting with the fans a little bit like that every now and then. Even if it is a crucial situation.
In the ninth.
All right, here's the 1-2 pitch again for Melanson. Time. Yep, calls for time. Good night, Kelly B. She says, good night, Prince and Princesses. Be safe and keep chopping. Hashtag no flat earth.
All right, far enough.
That's a ball. 2-2. Anderson. All right, 2-2 pitch. Runner on third. 2 outs. Top of the ninth.
2 strikes.
The fans want it right now. And that's another foul from Anderson.
Toward the seats.
He's going to be a tough out. All right, let's do it again.
Pitch number 7 for Mark Melanson. Here it is.
Rocks and fires, swing and a miss, and there is the game.
Shuts the door.
We'll end it with a strikeout.
The weekend off in grand fashion. Atlanta scored early, they scored often, and they make
Nicely done, Bravos. That will be their 82nd win of the season. 10 hits. Or check it, 10 runs, 13 hits, 1 error for the Braves.
Thank you very much.
The Cubs with 7 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors tonight.
Yeah, you're welcome back anytime. Want to know? Wear a suit? Come up with us.
And Max Fried will be your winning pitcher.
Okay. I have a suit.
A suit. Well,
He goes to
welcome anytime.
15 and 4 on the season.
Braves win at 10-7 over the White Sox.
Let's get to the dugout for final reactions.
A big story.
Jennifer says, gotta go. See you. Thanks for coming by. Hey, Gibby says, Melanson got a save. That's right. And thanks for coming by tonight, Joshua Mashburn, the MASH unit. We'll see you around more often. Also, shout outs going down to Anthony, Sergeant Gibby, Mondo, and a shout out to Skylar Laney. Skylar, I didn't see you earlier. Welcome to the dugout. Well, thanks for stopping by, Skylar. Reach for the Skylar. And make sure you subscribe, Skylar. We'll have more Braves for you all season long. Shout out to Kelly B. I don't want to miss anybody on the shout outs. Shout out Jennifer Stover. If I say a name twice, what's up? That's all right. Double shout outs. Of course, to our award-winning moderator and living legend, A-Bomb. Walking legend was here. Speaking of legends. All right, a couple more shout outs and we're going to call it a night. Mondo. Did we give Mondo a shout out? All right. Well, you know who you are. Thanks for joining us. And me or A-Bomb will have tomorrow night's game. Same start time, I do believe. For producer Beth and everybody here at the Bone Crusher Show, thanks for joining us. We will see you on the flip side. And of course, I rarely ever have this graphic ready to go, but the game is tomorrow. I believe that is I'll double check. I think it's a 6:20 Central Time. So let's pull up the schedule here. Tomorrow, 6:20 Central, 7:20 Eastern, and kind of a late afternoon game on Sunday, a 5:10 Eastern start time. That's kind of an unusual start time. And here, some other upcoming games for the Braves. Oh yeah, more Blue Jays on Monday. We started a 2-game series with the Blue Jays Monday. That's a 12:20 Central Time on holiday weekend, so we may be able to bring you some of that reaction, and then they'll have the Blue Jays again on Tuesday night. All right, well, that's a look at what's coming up for the Atlanta Braves. So long.